Should we have a look at the Guinness Six Nations?
Oh, yes.
Oh, some real enthusiasm there, boys.
Well, there's only 2 games to talk about.
Which one do you want to talk about first? Wales, England?
Oh, the coronavirus game. Oh, no, it's cancelled. Ireland, Italy. Interesting, isn't it? There's nothing come out yet about how they're going to...
They ain't rescheduling that.
Well, look, here's the thing then. So, you writing off the championship? Because as Johnny Sexton said, after England hosed Ireland at Twickenham, we've got to get our house in order, do a job on Ireland, and then go to Paris to win the championship.
It's like the World Cup, though, isn't it? Where they cancelled the games.
Well, no, that was different.
Why?
Because they cancelled the games, but they still didn't affect the outcome to get to the knockout stages.
But it affected who they played.
Yeah, but we might get to the end of next week, i.e. the end of the scheduled Six Nations. Ireland have only played 4 games.
When are they going to play it then?
Exactly. So
how
can anyone be declared champions? How can anyone lift the Guinness Six Nations trophy? Are England going to go to Italy next week and play the game in Rome? All these are questions. This coronavirus, are those Chinese in Wuhan that have set this off? They've got a lot to answer for. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, mate, I'll ring my great-granddad. Well, I won't because he's not here anymore.
Yeah.
But if he was around because he's from China, I'll ring him.
But obviously 2 games, and I'm going to be Scottish in one.
You reckon Scotland are going to beat France?
No, I'm going to back. I'm going to be
you want
Scottish.
them to,
I'm going to be supporting the Scots there. Yeah. You can't do it. You can do it.
You can do it. You can't do it. You can't do it. I'm drinking my tea. You can do it.
Yeah. So
they probably can't do it.
What do you reckon? I was thinking about this, and I'm trying to work out: have we been a bit harsh on Scotland? Okay, because
have you been a bit harsh on Scotland?
You were mean, Jim. But you sum it up now, right? You look at that first game. They lose over in Ireland. A close game. Stuart Hogg drops it over the line. Didn't lose the game because of that. But they could have won that game.
19-12 it was.
It was 19-12. You're correct, James.
Yes.
Second game against England. They lose. Another close one. But it was a complete washout. So you can't really judge them on that. And then they go to Italy, and it was a poor game. It was a poor game. I mean, they nilled them defensively. I mean, what did they do?
Who does that?
Wales in round 1 as well.
Yeah, all right.
So then you're looking at it, and there's a doom and gloom because Finn's not there.
Where's the doom and gloom coming from? Not from me.
From everyone. Mate.
I'm well happy.
But I'm sat there thinking, and I'm now convincing myself, because England need Scotland to beat France, I'm convincing myself that Scotland can do it.
Scotland have beaten France at BT Murrayfield for the last 2 times.
Yeah, and what happened after the last time France went to BT Murrayfield? The police got on the plane, that's what I'm saying. So they ain't going to look forward to this trip. These young halfbacks, who are worldy players at the minute, Dupont and Untermack, are they going to be used to an absolute howling gale inside BT Murrayfield? Last game they played away, they could have lost to Wales, probably should have lost. Grafted through, got the win. The roof was closed. Let's see how your game management is in Scotland, mate, when the bagpipes are blowing and the English want the Scots to win.
They will be. They'll be blowing.
I'm convinced myself that Scotland are going to win. On my match point predictor, I might go France.
I just don't think we got a gauge on Scotland yet. That's what I mean.
It's hard, isn't it?
It is hard because they did so well against Ireland, but we know that Ireland probably aren't as good as we thought Ireland were after that last game. Back row, I didn't mention them. The week after the Italy game were ridiculously good. Jamie Ritchie, Hamish Watson and Magnus Bradbury. Yeah. They were class as well.
I mean, poor John Barkley. I want Barks back in there. Unretire yourself, John.
Mate, John, he said to me he can't back wipe anymore. No. He's that bad.
He's got to go around the front.
And he's got a bad wrist as well. So he has to put a baby wipe on his hand. He can't even grip it, and he has to try and rotate the baby wipe on his.
Well, he told me he's got 3 B days. So he just gets the...
We need to get the initial part. The initial part, I think. The mass.
Trust me, if you've got a strong B day, it cleans the lot.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And then he's got this Achilles. It looks like an arm on the back of his leg. He's got that much scar tissue. So I think he knows that the end is nigh. Yeah. But it's not about John.
No.
Myself and Barkley laid the foundations for Scotland, and...
they're still shit.
It could still be tough. Sorry. But it will be very tough against France because I think they deserve to beat Wales, and I think they look exceptional. And for the first time since when? Rhetorical question. Are they going for the Grand Slam?
I think it's a hard game to call because now Scotland have got the monkey off their back by beating Italy. They know they're probably not going to get the wooden spoon, so there's a bit of a celebration. Finn Russell apparently is dialing into team meetings.
Oh, mate, I'm cringing.
He's phoning into the coaches' meetings.
No, he's not.
With a beer in his hand going, Gregor, I'm still fucking drinking it.
Is that... No, that's 2.
It's a Guinness.
That's 3. Right, get off the phone.
It's a Guinness. But yeah, I mean, again, like the acid test for France was going away from home, winning at the Principality Stadium.
Which, for me, is that arguably more difficult than Scotland?
Yeah, but then...
But mentally, where are they?
Yeah, and consistency, a word that goes with French rugby very rarely together in the same sentence.
I desperately want to see Scotland win.
So do I.
I do. I want to see Scotland. If they can beat France this week, genuinely, with Wales's injuries now, look at me. I'm converted every time the Guinness Six Nations comes around. They can beat Wales in the last game of the championship for them.
And then finish.
And all is saved.
Yeah.
All is saved, and basically Finn retires and becomes a coach.
The head coach? No, mate, he's enjoying Paris too much. He carved up for Racing at the weekend.
Yeah, exactly.
And news that's come out while we've been recording this podcast is that game will go ahead this weekend. There was a bit of concern around the France-Scotland game because of coronavirus, but that game will go ahead.
Yes. Well, I'm hosting for Royal Bank of Scotland, so the masses in there will be very happy that I will be there.
You're just glad you're getting paid this weekend, eh?
Can you speak with a glass mask on like this? Can I go, hello nations and welcome to BT Murrayfield. I'm Scotland here at Legends in Hamilton, and we're here to witness the game against France and Scotland to put 50 on France. They'll be able to understand that, won't they?
Yeah.
Fine,
Fine.
that's great.
Be fine. Just turn it up a bit.
How does Scotland win this game, Jim?
They need France not to rock up, not being a dick, because if France rock up and they bring their A game, France are too good. They need to take their opportunities when they come along. Their breakdown needs to be immaculate, and the breakdown, I mean, on their ball. And Hastings needs to have a good game and take his points when they're on offer. That's it. It's as simple as that.
I think the big thing, everyone's making out about Sean Edwards having a massive impact on France, and he has. You watch their work rate, you watch their intensity off the line. They're still conceding tries, though. And Scotland, they've struggled to score tries in the Six Nations. One game was a washout, obviously, but they've still got that ability. When things click for them, they can score from anywhere. You've got to stop the Scottish condom. Sorry, the guy from Scotland that was born in Condom in France.
So he's not even Scottish.
He's not even Scottish.
Just say he is.
His dad is, apparently. Gregory Aldreet.
He's all right.
He carries like a beast. And Charles Olivion as well in the back row. The back row battle is going to be amazing, isn't it?
Scotland's back row, for me, is up there with the best in the Guinness Six Nations.
Yeah. And that's the thing. That's where the battle's going to be won and lost, around how big Aldreet is, ball in hand.
He's all right.
Olivion as well. And Cross. That is a clear strength for Scotland. And the big impact is going to be around the referee, isn't it, Jim?
Paul Williams is
Yep.
going to be reffing. Have you heard much of him?
Kiwi, isn't he? Andy?
Never heard of him.
Genuine?
Never heard of him.
Well, he's not a player, so, arrogant Kiwis don't even know their own
Well,
refs.
mate, I've never heard of him, but don't worry, because you've got Wayne Barnes and you've got Frank Murphy,
Yes.
the old touch judge.
Yeah.
He's in there, my old skinny legs.
Legend.
My old neighbour.
Good-looking boy, though.
What, Frank Murphy?
Yeah, I think he is.
Well, it depends if you like someone that needs factor 70
Right.
to even walk out your house.
If you were going to name a Fit 15 referee...
Well, yeah, the most referees are absolutely hanging there, aren't they? Let's be honest.
Well, Luke Pearce loves his tan as well.
Luke Pearce will be in there,
He loves
definitely.
It. He loves it. I'm going Frank. He always looks... You watch him, he'll be groomed within an inch of his life. He looks good.
Who's going in the front row as the 15? Nick Wood, even though he's hanging, but I don't know any of the front rows.
What's Woody now? He's some sort of...
Mate, he's reffing in League 15 somewhere.
There we go. Yeah. It'd be interesting. The back row battle's going to be massive, isn't it?
Yeah, so... I mean, there's nothing
And
to say.
where's the weather? That's going to play an impact. Whatever the weather is, that's going to have an impact as well, because, as much as the French want to play jouet, their offloading game has been good in the Six Nations. Their offloading game has been good in this Guinness Six Nations. Understanding how to manage a game in the rain and the wind that can come down. That's perhaps why France have lost their last couple of times. Part of that factor, understanding game management and everything that goes with it. You can't just turn it on when you want up in Scotland when it's blowing a hoolie. Is that good?
A hula hoop.
Blowing a hoolie.
A hula!
Whatever. It'd be interesting. But as an Englishman, I desperately want Scotland to win. Come on, Scotland.
Come on, Scotland.
Is there anything with this France team where you think that maybe they don't have the game management, or that they have had the game management in the Guinness Six Nations so far?
Well, they've got X-Factor players everywhere, haven't they? So they can carve up. Vakatawa was playing the centre. If, Untermack's been one of the stars so far. Dupont makes breaks for fun. Skin Ben Youngs. All these things that have gone into the melting pot, they're quality. But there's always that question mark around the French, and maybe it's changing because they got that win in Wales, but they could have lost that game. We all saw that. but their beliefs growing, and when you've got someone like Sean Edwards in there, he'll have to be talking to them about that, even though it's not an area of his game. He's going to be talking about defence, and you don't want to be defending your own 22 if you're chucking the ball around when you want to fucking boot it, put leather on ball and fucking smash it along, and then defend line, get intensity,
and then eat tea bags.
So yeah, I mean, you expect what we've seen the first 3 games, them to have the ability to win that game, and they are probably favourites. But I'm just clinging on to the fact that England need France to lose and Scotland to win, so we're in it.
Let's have a look at England v Wales. How do you guys see that panning out?
30 points to England, easy. I mean, we're back. How arrogant, eh, Jim?
But maybe true, Andrew.
Oh, James.
Yes,
Really?
we are back.
James, we.
I feel for Wayne Pivac. It's like I said to the Welsh bomb. I said to him, is Wayne Pivac under pressure? And it's always going to be difficult for Pivac. And now you've not got Bigaroo, who's going to be playing 10 for them.
So then the other question, Jared Evans is the only fit 10 currently playing in Wales.
There you go. So Rhys Patchell's nearly back, I hear. Would they throw him straight in?
On the bench?
You can't. So my point being, you're going into a test match in England. You've lost against Ireland away. You've lost against France at home. Some people say controversially. You've lost Bigaroo, mate.
At least the referee ain't getting an ear bashing this week off Bigaroo if he's not fit.
Yeah. I mean, there's more of that this weekend. So from a Wales perspective, and I love Wales, the thing you hear from Welsh people a lot, and most people from other countries that aren't England, is it's the biggest game on the calendar.
Yeah.
I just think it's going to be too difficult for them.
Yeah.
I can't see them winning. Do you know what I mean? So when I go onto my Guinness match point predictor, I don't think I'm even thinking about which box to click.
Oh, it's England all day long.
It is. It's just a matter of how much and whether Wales can front up and make it more difficult. For me, this will be so comfortable for England, I reckon.
And you look at momentum. Momentum's massive, isn't it? So England, we started off, Eddie Jones talked about brutal physicality against France and we got hosed, and then he said he got the preparation for the team wrong, which means he's trained them all within an inch of their lives and all this stuff. So, but then momentum swings. So we're getting back players fit now. Manu comes back against Ireland, and oh my gosh, you tackle that bloke. Your man all day long. Henry Slade's fit again. Anthony Watson's fit again.
Yeah.
Mako Vunapola's back from Tonga.
Does he come straight back in?
I don't know. He's got a Welsh accent, so you might put him in there to confuse the Welsh. But
how fit is he? Like, we don't know what's happened. He's gone back to Tonga, and generally when the lads come back from being home, and I've seen Mako and Billy up close.
6 kilos.
Yeah, they have to. They put on a bit of weight. So how fit is he?
But Marler played well. Marler played very well.
Because he sorted his lead out.
Yeah, because he shaved his bonds off. But
mate, great shaped skull.
Yeah, I thought he didn't look right to me.
No?
No.
I thought he looked
too white. He should have put a bit of fake tan on it. Maybe he'll do that against Wales.
Matt, I think what he's done is he's got a swim hat on there.
Swimming hat.
That's what I think it is.
But you've got to have Genge on the bench because he's just been...
he's been carving up.
Phenomenal off the bench for England. So I don't know, does Mako go straight back in? Probably not. I'm going to say no. Because Marler was that good. And I think you've got to reward consistency. You've got to reward, a good performance. It wasn't a pretty performance against Ireland. Our attack wasn't free-flowing, but the physicality that we showed, and let's not forget, the Welsh have got injuries. So Josh Adams is out injured as well.
George North, well, he's declared fit, but is he? How fit is he?
And then you start questioning things. You get banged up a bit. And, I can't wait to watch Marrow against Alan Wynne, because they're two, and Jim, you know more about this than
they're two
most.
grabbers.
They're two proper nauseous, like grabbers, pushers, 5 people holding them down in the rucks and all this stuff, getting involved in mauls. I reckon there could be some
handbags.
Well, a bit of just grabbing, a lot of grabbing. I mean, there won't be any punches like we saw in the Guinness Pro 14 at the weekend, which we'll come to later. But
did you call them punches?
I mean, he socked one of them in the mouth, hadn't he? But yeah, I mean, I just think Wales their momentum's going one way and England is going the other.